Hey, boy.
Yay!
Round of applause. Round of applause. Hi, Kitty.
Carly Scott is a University of Michigan All-American. She's in Pepperdine now. What are you doing in Pepperdine?
I'm not there anymore.
Oh, what happened?
I'm home now.
Where?
Season
Where's home?
Indiana. Duh.
Indiana, California.
Tell us about your experience in Michigan. Tell us what you're doing at Pepperdine, and now you're in Indiana. So walk us through what's going on.
From Indiana, played indoor at Munciana, played at Michigan for 4 years indoor, and then kind of postponing the whole getting a job thing. So decided to go play beach as my 5th year and go to grad school at Pepperdine. But now the season's canceled. Didn't get to really live that one out as planned, and now I'm back home.
Wait, are you gonna get that back though? Would you take it if you do get it back?
Technically, I'm not a senior. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm also
Are you a
like,
super senior?
yeah. So it kind of
Call her
depends.
supersized?
Yeah, did you, Ryan?
Ryan, what the hell is that all about?
What?
You just call her supersized?
No. Super senior. Like
Sorry,
5
Carly, go
years
ahead.
plus? Oh, God.
I mean, you guys have seen the posts. They say, they're going to let seniors have a 5th year or take that extra year, but it kind of just depends like what their rules are, roster size, school. I'm supposed to finish abroad in the fall, and then I'm supposed to be done with my grad program.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Copenhagen if that happens.
When is that supposed to happen?
Well, it's supposed to go in August.
Okay.
Denmark's in lockdown right now. Nothing's moving there, so I doubt that's going to happen now.
Oh, Carly, that's Phil.
Yeah, hi,
Hey.
Phil.
Hi, Phil.
I live just across the border from Denmark.
I mean, that's supposed to be like late August, so it kind of just depends what happens with the virus. And then in terms of NCAA, depending on what rules they set for people to come back. I mean, I obviously would love to get to actually play a full season, but it just depends. I mean, if that's going to take me like getting another degree, that's a lot.
For the NCAA, would they make these players or students actually register for another year of classes? Would they have to pay for another year? I mean, I would argue you guys are owed your eligibility, but does that come another year of school, another year of payments?
Yeah, they haven't said anything.
And so what do you think they should do?
It's kind of hard. It kind of goes back to the whole paying athletes thing. Like, you have to be amateurs, and to be an NCAA athlete, you have to be in school, right? So it kind of depends how willing they are to sway the rules for this like absurd circumstance, really. The fact that they even have spoken out that they would give seniors eligibility back is big, and it's important that they do that. But I think that they're going to have to set some sort of rules because, I mean, you can't just let a bunch of kids not take school for a year and just be playing sports, because that makes them, so much more time towards sports they can give and all that. So
Can someone fill me in? Has the NCAA made a statement about this?
Nothing official. I don't believe anything official has been said yet. Carly, by the way, I'm Carlo. I don't think we've
Hi,
ever
Carlo.
met before.
Carly and Carlo. Holy
Yeah.
Carlo is
Right, so-
he's the coach of men's NJCU men's volleyball in New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't think anything official has been said yet, but it is trending towards giving seniors an extra season of play. But the issue is you do have to be in the super senior category to take advantage of that, because I personally have a senior that is not going to spend an extra year of school just to play that season because he is graduating. It's going to be tough how they're going to, specify if you're going to be eligible to use that, or there's a lot of fine tuning that this is going to need. I don't know. It's just so up in the air, but it is trending to the fact that they may give that extra year of eligibility towards the seniors whose season got cut short.
What makes someone like Carly, for instance, go back to school for a 6th year? And then what classes do you take? What do you actually have invested academically into the situation? And then how do they spend a scholarship on you when they should be getting a scholarship athlete to come in as a freshman for the future? I'm really curious to see what happens over the next couple of weeks. Carly, I think you should get your life started. I think you've played a good amount of volleyball at this point, and I think you're gonna coach and do a lot of things involved with.
No, boo. Play
I think-
forever.
Justin, are you telling me to quit volleyball?
And I would tell Mark Rosen that I said it too. No, I'm not telling you to quit volleyball. I'm telling you to quit college, because there's a sacrifice that has to be made for a lot of players to do another year of school to play. I'm not even talking about this scenario. How about a kid that tears their ACL as a sophomore and then comes back and stays for a fifth year, and then this happened? How many girls are in that, or girls or guys are in that situation where this was already their fifth year for whatever reason, and now this is happening? Now you're telling them to stay for a sixth year and take more student loans. It's selfish, and I would never ask an athlete to do that. Life is much more than volleyball. That's the truth. If you're getting a full ride and you don't have to pay anything for it, do it. That means that now an 18-year-old girl who has a dream to go to Pepperdine and play beach volleyball can't get a scholarship. That sucks. I love hearing from you, Carly, because I think a lot of the club girls who are going to watch this podcast, because they are super stalkers, they're going to want to hear these things from you. I want to know more about your Munciana experience and your club volleyball experience.
Well, first you have to pronounce Munciana correctly.
No, it's Munciana.
Munciana.
Wait,
Muncie. Just say Muncie.
I played at Team Indiana for 1 year, my freshman year. Before that, I was at like a little bit of a smaller club, IVA. Decided to go to Muncie for my sophomore year, which is like an hour drive for me every day after school. It was an awesome experience, like overall. So I was on Samurai sophomore, junior, and senior year. I had a couple girls on the team with me my sophomore year. Tiana Williams, she was also a sophomore with me. So we got to play all 3 years together, but
Nice.
it was a great experience.
Dante, who's the black guy, you see him? He's the inspiration behind our show called Always More Line. And since you're a spiker and you're an outside hitter, what do you think about the statement, there's always more line?
I definitely agree with that.
Yes, Dante, talk to me about it.
My girl. So the saying came from a friend of mine who is probably my longest volleyball friend besides another freedom guy, Jordan Robinson. We had him play in a tournament that was a pretty high level men's tournament. We got into the finals, and the dudes that we were playing with everyone's blocking at 11 and a half feet. And he's 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. He kept using the one outside, like just high wrist away, high wrist away, high wrist away. And then after the game, someone came up to him. I think it was either Justin or another one of the guys on the team, and said, like, you had the highest hitting percentage and the smallest dude on the team. And he was like, well, the problem is that you guys are swinging for the court. If you swing for the 18th row through someone's hands, you'll literally always get a kill. I think I was like maybe 20 at this point. And ever since that, I was just like, whenever I get trapped or I'm blind or I can't see anything, high line wrist away. Literally at this point, it's become a way of life. And we talked about it last night, and it kind of got spoken into existence at this point after all these years. So
luckily Mark Rosen loved that shot so much. So I literally hit it very far out. It might have hit people in the stands, but I looked over at Mark and he was Mark super excited. Yeah,
Mark,
he loved it.
Coach of Michigan, he was telling you to swing high?
Yeah, he just didn't mind that I missed it. This is when we had review and all that stuff too. So I could get the fingers and then we could review it. But yeah, he still liked it. It was a good miss. But yeah, I love that high line outside hand shot, considering I'm a smaller outside hitter in the big, or I was at least.
So what is your beach volleyball going to be further than this? Just for fun?
I'm having a little bit of a life crisis, because these next couple months were really going to determine what I wanted to do moving forward, kind of depended how I performed on the beach and all of that. I think I want to play in some capacity after this. So it's kind of just figuring that out for myself now, not really getting the time that I wanted.
You considered maybe trying for an AVP qualifier or going on to the tour?
Yeah, I would definitely try and play in tournaments. Like I said, it just depends how I'm able to do. I never really played at that level. And then I got a bunch of awesome training at Pepperdine, so it kind of just depends, how that would work out.
You transitioned from indoor to outdoor to the sand. Do you still play indoor, and do you have any interest of playing indoor in the future?
Yeah, I haven't played for a while, but I would definitely be interested in playing. I think that's kind of my next decision that I have to make, is just whether I want to, commit to beach or indoor or either.
We've talked with some previous guests about the NVA, the VLA, trying to start a pro league in the United States. Hypothetically, if we could get a women's pro league to get started, what would it take for you to be interested in joining a pro league, quote unquote, in the United States? Do you think it's something that could work? And would you latch on to that?
Yeah, I think for me, that would be I mean, awesome. All those players overseas, they play volleyball and they can have another job. Whereas if we go overseas, it's kind of like your only job is to play. So having a league in the US would obviously be incredible, like especially for someone like me who wants to give it a shot, but like technically going overseas would be a way bigger commitment. Logistically, I don't know if it would work. I don't know how many people would be interested, but I think it's big enough now that, it could be a good thing for women's volleyball in general. The US volleyball team, like as a whole as well, would benefit greatly from that.
I'm sure you know a lot of players that have come out of college and just sort of stopped playing, or at least stopped playing at a high level, right? Do you think that players like this would want to jump into a league like that? It's very discouraging to see really talented players come out of the college world and then kind of fizzle out, right? Like some of them go abroad and some of them go into coaching, but domestically there's not really an opportunity to keep that level. I'm asking from a place of optimism. If there was such a league, what do you think like the general university player attitude would be? Would you think that they would like to go into a league like that?
Like I said, the whole commitment thing, I mean, not a lot of people want to make a huge commitment, but I think a lot of people would at least cling to a season and then see how it went, I think I know a lot of people who didn't want to go abroad that would strongly consider staying in the US and playing.
Volleyball is it might not be the biggest sport in this country, but we for damn sure have some talent. Yeah. And it's kind of a shame to see that potentially not go anywhere. And of course we have Justin and Carlo here, like directors of NBA teams. It would be really great if we could get some sort of league off the ground so that when players leave, like for example, a Big Ten school, they have somewhere to go, or maybe they have some choices to make.
Carly, I want to play the opposite game with you. I'm going to say something, and you have to tell me the opposite of it.
Okay.
You got to answer fast.
Okay, sure.
Don't hesitate. It's okay if you say something ridiculous. We've heard some answers tonight. You ready?
Yeah.
Salt.
Pepper.
Red.
Blue.
Tall.
Short.
Big.
Small.
Cat.
Dog.
Alligator.
Sorry, I missed that one.
Stumped her.
I couldn't think of anything.
Next.
Libero.
Setter.
Saturday.
Sunday.
Pasta.
Vegetables.
Water.
Soda.
Hip hop.
Pop.
Silver.
Gold.
Dr. Doolittle.
Mouse.
Hard.
Oh.
Soft.
Stop.
Go.
High.
Low.
Jump.
Sit.
Fast.
Slow.
Curve.
Straight.
Coffee.
Tea.
Sleep.
Awakey.
Awakey. Yes, that's the answer.
We're going to throw it to Kat in a minute. Kat Jensen's just joined us. Carly, thank you so much for joining us. Please come on again.
Carly,
but
when you think of Space Jam, what song do you think of?
I've actually never seen that, unfortunately.
Oh.
I might have, but I don't remember. And I haven't seen all the movies. So.
Danny, DJ Dollar Dan has something for you.
Okay.
Carly, before you go, one more trivia question. We have someone in this chat who lives in a country called the Faroe Islands. Can you tell us where that is?
Is it okay? I choose a country.
No, someone. His name's Phil. He's waving his hands.
Hi, I'm the guy from Faroe Islands.
Do you know where that is?
I do actually. It borders. It borders Denmark.
It borders Denmark.
It borders Denmark.
Phil, how do you feel about that?
No.
In her defense, Phil, you said that.
Phil,
You did say that.
You literally said that.
I know.
Phil, those words came out of your mouth.
Bordering country, but I still think it's wrong.
It is.
You said it.
It is geographically wrong. The Faroe Islands is a territory of Denmark, but it doesn't border anything.
Is it in the Scandinavian area? I'm just confused because he told me that it bordered Denmark, and
Phil,
now he's saying
say that. Phil, you said that, Phil.
Hey, can we just get this out there that the country has the word islands in it, but we're talking about what it borders?
It borders water. That's what she said. I heard Carly say that.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna give it to her.
close. All right,
Wait,
that's fair.
Carly, you've been quarantined for how many days?
How many days have I been?
Yeah, in Indiana. AKA, you can only get milk if you drive 38 minutes.
So annoying. I've been quarantined since last Monday.
What's the last 3 movies you've watched?
I actually haven't watched any movies.
Shows.
I've been watching All American on Netflix. I watched This Is Us. I watch A Million Little Things, and I watch Grey's.
All right, Carly, stay on and hang out with us or leave. We love you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for joining, Carly. We love you.
And